What do we call then what the Patriots were, or a member of the Patriots staff was doing in Cleveland the other day with a video camera, Pat?
Oh, we call it optically not good, Rich. This is optically not a good situation. Now, I talked to Rob Ninkovich on my show this morning, and Ninkovich was telling me about how Kraft Productions is its own thing, and then football operations is its own thing. And I'm a very naive guy. You know, if somebody looks me right in the face and says something with enough conviction, I'm all in. So when Bill Belichick said, I 100% don't know what he's talking about, I believed him. Now, from what I'm being told, people are really diving into these tapes. They're not just going to be set ablaze like the old Spygate 1.0. I believe people are really looking at these tapes now. From what I've heard, 8 minutes of filming of the Cincinnati Bengals sideline, Rich, not good at all. You get Ernie Adams' big brain with those videotapes. Maybe that offense gets humming again, gets a little confidence, and all of a sudden they're a Super Bowl favorite all of a sudden. But I have no idea. Everything's alleged, and I'm happy that they were willing to wear a Patriots polo while doing this, if this is exactly what they were doing, because you're just hiding in plain sight, big dog move, and I can respect the hell out of that. But clearly cheating, if that's what
Well, apparently it was also somebody in a Boston Bruins jersey and a little hockey sweater, too, that had the camera, according to some of these reports, too. And that's just what makes no sense to me, is that the Patriots like stroll into a press box. You know, it's somebody in their Cam Neely gamer, you know, and that makes no sense to me, Pat. That makes it seem like that's absurd.
Yeah. And let's assume if the Patriots were going to cheat again. Now, granted, we don't know what happened, Rich. You nor I have any idea. But let's assume that the smartest football coach in the history of football, alongside this guy named Ernie Adams, who, by all accounts, is the smartest human to potentially ever exist, if they were to do something that they had been caught up doing before, they would do it in a little different manner, especially in 2019 when everybody has a camera attached to their phone. You know, maybe dress up like a Dog Pound member, a Brown fan with your phone on the side, maybe something like that. I just don't know how much I believe they walked into a press box where everybody has a camera and started recording something they didn't know. This could be a misunderstanding. This could be a mistake, or this could be damning for the greatest dynasty in the history of professional sports, Rich.
Pat McAfee here on the Rich Eisen show. So, ballpark for me. Which one is it? By the way, you've done just to, you understand, Pat, how much you've grown as a broadcaster. You've done a couple of things here that I'm very proud of, if you don't mind me just pointing out in the last couple of minutes.
Please.
Number one, great under the radar drop about your show. That was great. I mean,
Thank you.
For you to say, I had Rob Ninkovich on my show today. By the way, it's the Pat McAfee show on DAZN and Westwood 1, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern every day. Okay, that was really stealth. I picked it up. That was well done. Number two is you gave both sides of the fence. Okay, you didn't stake out ground on either side of the fence, because either side of the fence could possibly be the truth. And there's a gray area in between, but you pointed out both things while also making a point in a very entertaining manner. Excellent, Pat. I mean, that's just next level broadcasting right there. But I am going to have to ask you which one it is, do you think?
No. Why did you do that to me? I thought we were going to hang up at the end of the conversation. I thought I was going to win a damn Emmy for this whole day. Is that what you
still
win?
could,
Grammy,
Pat.
Golden Globe?
We still could, Pat. We still could, based on this conversation. But
let's continue our mission.
But you
put my nose to the ground.
Yeah, but you are the host of the Pat McAfee show for a reason. You are getting up more often than not now for a reason. Which do you think this is?
Well, anytime I get on a college game day set, I also know that when you're speaking about facts,
yes,
you need to know the entire story. So for me, this seems a bit far-fetched to think that the New England Patriots, who are this cerebral team, that's what they are. I mean, they had Josh McDaniels tell the Colts he was going to be their head coach, got on a plane, turned the plane back around just to screw the Colts over. I mean, this team in the New England Patriots is a cerebral squad. So to think that they would just let two buffoons walk into a press box to potentially do what they had already done in the past and got caught doing in the past seems a bit far-fetched to me, but hiding in plain sight is not a bad way to get away with something. So for me, I think it's probably a misunderstanding where Kraft Productions sent something in there for the do your job, but you can't help but link it back to what happened in the past. So for me, I think it was nonsense, but I am eager and excited to see how this all plays out because that asterisk next to the Patriots that everybody outside of New England has, everybody. I mean, you walk into Indianapolis, who's the team you hate the most in the NFL? New England Patriots. You walk into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who's the team you hate the most? Cleveland Browns. Then who? New England Patriots. Every city, people like to throw rocks at things that shine, right? Taylor Swift said that, and I think she was 100% accurate. The Patriots have been at the top of the mountain for a long time, so everybody hates that team, and this just adds extra ammo for the people that hate them. But for me, I just don't see how they would let this be the reason or the way about spying on somebody, especially in 2019, when you can just get like a camera the size of a pinhole and just stand on the other side of the field. So I just, personally, this seems like this is too amateur of an operation for the Patriots to cheat, but maybe that's the way they were trying to do it.
Pat McAfee here on the Rich Eisen Show. His Pat McAfee Show just caught itself an opportunity to be broadcast by Kraft Productions right here on the Rich Eisen Show. You know, they have a very large production. They really do. I mean, from what you were told by Ninkovich, it's true. The Patriots were way ahead of any other team by creating their own production unit. And they have their own studio. They have everything there. And as a matter of fact, when we did our show, I think it was in year one, Chris? Was that year one? When we did our show from a Thursday night game in New England, they pitched in. They helped. I mean, and they had all the cameras and all the video equipment. They had everything, Pat. That's a fact.
Well, they didn't have all the video equipment because some of it got burned, the last time this whole thing happened. But, yeah, that's why they're playing chess, not checkers, not only on the field but off the field. I think they're building up an entire world up there in Foxborough, too, that Kraft owns everything so he can get all the monies from everybody that goes in there.
That's right.
And you could see, as somebody who now has ventured into much larger companies. I'm a small business myself, but we've partnered with much larger companies.
Yes.
You can see how things can fall through the cracks in communication purposes, and you can see how a buffoon wouldn't know the rules and what he was doing, which I think potentially did happen here. But who knows, because it is the Patriots.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.